Hello everybody, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Katie, otherwise known as the Vintage Academic. I'm a transfer student at UC Berkeley. I am also a senior. This is my very last semester at Berkeley, which is why in today's video I was going to do just a regular week in my life vlog, but I decided to do like a little bit of a throwback to when I feel like my videos were much more involved, back when Berkeley was still online, and I put a lot more thought into how I wanted to approach my videos and what kind of information I wanted to share with my audience. So the plan for this week's vlog is not just to do a regular week in my life vlog where I show you what I'm doing, but I want to purposefully focus on things like my homework, my readings, my lab work, so that you guys can actually get a sense of what it is I do and what it's like to be a student at a school like UC Berkeley, especially as a graduating senior. I also thought this would be an interesting semester to do this because I am an anthropology major, but I'm only taking one anthropology course this semester. The other two courses I'm in are in art history and media studies, so I have a little bit more variety in my classes and we do things slightly differently depending on which class we're in. I wanted to do a week in my life with that explicit focus so I can actually get to talk to you guys about what it is I'm doing and what I'm learning. And I haven't had much of a chance to do this because the first 2 weeks were online, and then the third week of school I was at a conference in St. Louis and I didn't do any of my homework, and then the last 2 weeks I've just been like desperately trying to catch up. I now am still kind of catching up, but feel much more balanced, level-headed, know where I'm at, so I want to actually share this with you guys. It's about 11:45 a.m. I have class at 12:30, so I'm going to eat some lunch, pack up my bag, and head to my first class of the week, which is Forms of Folklore. Let's eat some lunch and head to campus. Lunch has been eaten. I am heading to class. I thought I would tell you guys what I'm taking to class because it kind of changes depending on what class I'm having. I have my AirPods, a pen, chapstick, my notebook, and then I am bringing my iPad because this professor posts the lecture slides online, so I'm going to download them when I get to class, and I will take notes on this, and then just the regular necessities and my water bottle because it's a 2-hour class, and we're out the door. Let's go.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know.
I've been home for like an hour. I got distracted scrolling TikTok. I'm back from class. We're talking about understanding humor through a folkloristic lens, which I still don't understand the definition of folklore, if I'm being completely honest. If we went over that at the beginning of class, I do not remember. Basically, the first like 4 weeks of this semester don't exist in my brain because the first 2, like I said this morning, were online, and then I was gone for the 3rd week, and then the 4th week was just like delirium trying to find out where my classes were and catching up with schoolwork. So I only now feel like I kind of understand what's happening in my classes, and it's week 6. So we're doing great. On my way back from campus, I stopped at the student union because they're having an open house. I just wanted to check it out. I got a free coffee. All tangents and rambling aside, I have to run an accountability workshop at 6 p.m. and since I have a little bit of time between now and then, instead of jumping straight into the work that I am late on, which is probably what I should be doing. I don't feel comfortable leaving, like going off camera while I'm running an accountability workshop to do something like film a TikTok or do dishes. So I thought with the little bit of extra time that I have, I would film a couple of TikToks, read Harry Potter, eat dinner, and then once the accountability workshop starts, I will actually be doing my late homework for my media studies class. That is the plan. Okay, I'm gonna film some TikToks now. Every time I film a TikTok, I think I'm the funniest person on the face of the planet.
Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand.
Hello, it is about 5:30, which means the accountability workshop starts in half an hour. I've got some leftover curry from the other night that I'm going to eat for dinner while I run the workshop. I'm going to just eat this and read a little bit of Harry Potter while I wait for the accountability workshop to start. I'll start that and then I'll do my media studies homework. Okay, so I got the accountability workshop up and running, and now I am looking at my assignment that I have to do for my media studies class. So my media studies class is beauty, feminism and fashion, beauty, gender and fashion, something like that in media. So we've been talking a lot about feminist theory and the history of feminist theory, I guess. This is not anything that I've ever studied or had to deal with in any like significant way, so it's challenging for me to wrap my head around. I don't really like the way the professor lectures or teaches class. I'm just not used to it. So I don't really want to be doing this assignment, and I know that it's going to be difficult for me to actually think my way through it because I have to do like all the reading and it's just like not stuff I'm used to. Anyways, the two questions I have to answer are: how do Naomi Wolf and Sandra Bartke argue that the social construction of femininity is a site of patriarchy? In your opinion, what role does beauty play in the lives of working class women of color? So there's a lot going on in that question and I just don't even know how to wrap my head around it. Question 2 is: how do Rosalind Gill and Angela McRobbie use a Marxist feminist critique of post-feminist media and consumer culture? How do feminists collude in the creation of a neoliberal media culture? In your opinion, is feminism redundant? Do we still need feminism? That is a lot. A lot of that is also from lectures where I was not here. I was in St. Louis doing the conference. So I just feel a little in over my head and I'm going to try and pull things together. The first thing that I'm going to do is go back to those 4 authors that the professor is asking us about and kind of review what they were saying. And then I'm going to check my notes to see if there's anything that I've already written in my notes that might help me come up with something. So that is the game plan for now. Wish me luck. Got an update. I have completed 1 of 2 discussion questions. Yay! Each discussion question has to be at least 250 words long, so I'm basically writing a 2-page paper about the readings that we've done so far, which in retrospect shouldn't be this hard, but I didn't do the readings because of life. So, you know, I am reaping the consequences right now. Anyways, as you saw, I went back and double checked the readings I did do. I tried to skim the reading that I didn't do, and then got to writing, highlighted a couple of extra things that I thought were important, and I took a couple of extra notes or like annotations in the margins of my readings. But there wasn't anything incredibly significant. I think I really just needed to go back and refresh my memory about what we were talking about that week and why it was significant. So once I did that, answering the question was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. I hope you guys are actually getting a sense of what homework is like, and I'm gonna dive back into it. It's 8:50 p.m. Update. She's done! In total, approximately 600 words have been written. Discussion questions have been answered. Have they been answered well? I guess that's up to the professor and the TA to decide, because your guess is as good as mine at this point. I don't think you guys are interested in hearing exactly what I wrote, but if you want to hear it, I'm not going to read it out loud, but I will put it on the screen for you to read. So pause and read the first question now. And here's the second question. Cool. Glad you guys decided to read that. And yeah, that is my homework for the evening. I have readings for my classes tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to get to them tonight because it is getting late and I am very tired and also a little bit achy. So I would like to go to bed once I am done wrapping up this accountability workshop. And yeah, I will probably skim my readings tomorrow before classes start. All right, I will check in later. My name is Katie, hopefully you know that by now. Alright, thank you. Have a good rest of your day. It is very, very cold. There is a cold front moving through California right now, and it's it's 46 degrees right now, and y'all are gonna laugh at me because, you know, Californians can't handle the cold, whatever. It's cold to me, okay? I am so cold. And I also don't know how to use the heater in my house, so I just like don't. So I am constantly cold. Anyways, hello, good morning. It is Wednesday. I just got off of a client call for Accepted Consulting, which, if you don't know, Accepted Consulting is a admissions consulting firm mostly aimed at graduate students, but we also work with community college and university transfer students. So I just got off of a call with somebody who is looking to transfer. I help people figure out where they want to transfer and what the process is going to look like, their application materials, and I also help them edit their essays and their resumes and things like that. So, but now that my work for Accepted Consulting is done, I need to shift into school mode. It's 9:40 a.m. heading towards 10. I have class at 12 today, and I have not done the readings for that class. Normally, if I haven't done the readings for a class this close to the class, I can usually get by, but this professor has us do in-class write-ups where we answer questions about the writings, so it is important that I have at least looked at like the introduction and the conclusion of my readings. Reading the introduction and the conclusion of your readings for school is actually a strategy that you can use if you have a lot of readings. I mean, there is no way to actually get through every single piece of reading that you have unless you like don't have a social life, you don't have work, but I don't know anybody like that. So the way I handle my reading at school is very different from how I would read for pleasure. And if you guys want to know more about like my reading strategy, go check the links in the description because I made a video all about how I actually like tackle my readings and break them down. It is week 6. That is what we are going to be talking about this week. It says globalization, beauty pageants, and gendered nationalism. So we are reading 3 things. The first one is globalization, Indian beauty, nationalism, and colorism, class, caste, and gender stratification, beauty queens on the global stage, gender contests and power, gender and culture. So those are the 3 things I'll be reading tonight. Everything that I am reading for my homework in this video, I will also leave citations to in the description below. I have not eaten breakfast yet, so I'm going to go make some breakfast, some tea to warm up, and then I'm going to start tackling these readings. It's 11:30, which means it's time to head to class. So let's get out of here. Wanted to check in because it's been a while since I've had the opportunity to check in. I had my first class of the day, which was my media studies class about beauty, gender, and feminism in media, and then I had my discussion section for my folklore class, and now I am in the classroom for my next class, which is an art history class actually, and it's all about understanding textiles and using art history methodologies, techniques, theory to understand textiles in art. So not just the textiles themselves, but also representations of textiles, photographs of textiles. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like the professor, but I am alone in the classroom, which like never happens. So I'm taking this opportunity to read some Harry Potter, take a minute to chill. So. I'm back from class. A long day of class. I had class from 12 to 6:30. It's my longest day. Hopefully you guys got to see a little bit about what school is like at Berkeley today. It's 7 o'clock, 7:30, I don't know. My last class ends at 6:30. I've just been laying on the couch ever since I got home, but it's starting to get late. I am hungry and I do have homework to do, so the first thing I'm going to do is attempt to clean up the kitchen a little bit so that I have space to cook dinner. This is a judgment-free zone. I do in fact have ADHD, which makes it incredibly difficult for me to do care tasks like the dishes. I'm gonna get to cleaning. Nice to see you guys, and then when I'm done and I've eaten food, I will tell you what I'm doing for homework and we'll get started on that. Also, say hi to Fred. All right, dishes. Alright, hello friends. It's 9:50 p.m., almost 10. Tonight, I technically should be writing a short essay for the Harry Potter class that is due tomorrow. It's like 2 pages long, so it's not a big deal, but I'm exhausted. So I think I'm gonna put it off until tomorrow morning. There's an accountability workshop that I'm running tomorrow morning, so I think I'm just gonna write it then because I'm really tired and I don't have the energy to put thought into it. I do still have to take the book quiz. We take a quiz every week based on which book we're reading or what part of the book we're reading. Then I thought after I do that, I would talk to you guys about what we did in my art history class, because we started working on our midterm papers and it's relevant to the topic of this video, and I'm super excited about what I'm going to be writing about because it's an area of academics that I am very interested in that have to do with anthropology but isn't explicitly anthropology. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take this book quiz and then I'll talk to you guys about my midterm. As you can see, the questions for the Harry Potter class are pretty dang easy. A couple of questions, mostly short answer, a couple of longer answers where we have to give some a little bit of critical thought behind our answers, and yeah, I'm done with that. Okay, so now I thought I would just walk you through my midterm because I worked on it in class, so I didn't get the chance to show you guys what it's about. The essay says, building from your revised visual analysis of Samuel Fosso's The Chief, the One Who Sold Africa to the Colonizers, which is a portrait by Samuel Fosso. I'll put it up on the screen here so you guys can see it. Write a 5 to 6 page research paper that explores the complex and coded meanings embedded within the use of African waxcloth, which is a type of textile that we've been talking about. It was originally a technique that was developed in Southeast Asia that was then appropriated by the Dutch. Then the Dutch tried to industrialize it and sell it back to the area that they had taken it from. They didn't want it, and the Dutch ended up selling it to some African countries, and it became very popular in Africa. Explore the complex meanings embedded within the use of African waxcloth, media, and performance in the work of Samuel Fosso, Yinka Shonibare, and or Bisa Butler. And these are all different artists who use African waxcloth, Dutch waxcloth, whatever you want to call it, in their work. What information is encoded in the image and the textiles themselves, why, how, and to what end? I decided that I was going to write about Yinka Shonibare because I am suddenly obsessed with him. This class introduced him to me, and I think he's just an incredible artist. Cool things like this. I really like this one. It's called The British Library, and it's all these books that are bound in African waxcloth. I think this one is super cool. And then this is the piece that I am going to be writing about. Because I mean, would I really be the vintage academic if I didn't write about Victorian style dresses? Anyways, but the thesis is essentially going to talk about fashion trends of a dominant culture being reappropriated using specific style of textiles, in this case African waxcloth, as a form of resistance to the homogenization of colonialism and an opportunity for cultural heritage reproduction, which is something I've written about in the past in one of my history papers. This idea of cultural heritage reproduction and resistance through the use of clothing and fashion trends is something I'm very interested in, so I'm excited to get to explore a little bit here, especially because Yinka Shonibare, I guess, complex background, and that really plays into what's going on in his art, and I'm just really excited about it. That's a lot of talking, so I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me get a little bit excited about school because I have been very tired by school lately, so I'm gonna go to bed now. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Alright, hello, good morning everybody. It's 9:20 on Thursday. I'm currently running an accountability workshop for Accepted Society. This morning I'm attempting to get done the homework for my UC Hogwarts class. It's just a 2-page reflection based on the readings, the external readings that we did. So not Harry Potter itself, but stuff people have written about Harry Potter. I'm planning on talking about kind of comparing and contrasting Harry Potter's name with Tom Riddle's name. Let's get writing. Hello, now it's about 11 o'clock. I just finished up the accountability workshop at Accepted Society. I finished my Harry Potter homework, and then I started reading A Darker Shade of Magic, which I've been wanting to read for a while and have not had the time, and I surprisingly don't have a lot of homework to do right now in this exact moment, so I thought I would pick it up. I'm really excited to read it because my future sister-in-law, James's sister, sent it to me with an envelope that says, "Don't open until you've read. There's spoilers ahead." So, and now I'm hungry and I need to eat lunch before my class starts at 12:30. I have forms of folklore again. And then after that, I have the rest of the afternoon off until I have the UC Hogwarts class where we will be dressing up for the Yule Ball. So I'm very excited to do that, and yeah, I'm gonna like pick out a pretty dress and everything, but for now I'm gonna eat lunch and focus on heading to class. Hello friends! It has been several hours since I last checked in. It's almost 5 o'clock. I had class that ended at 2, and afterwards I hung out with a friend for a little bit. We went to Moe's bookstore, and then she came over to my apartment. We just hung out before she had class. Then I took a shower, and I am currently getting ready for the Yule Ball. I've been blow drying my hair, attempting to get it to dry in time for me to head out, and now I'm going to do my makeup, and yeah, it should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it.